أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Kano State, Comrd Aminu, Abdussalam, Gwarzo, my Lord, the Chief Judge of Kano State, Honorable DJ Abba K, the Grand Kadi of Shari'a Court, Honorable Mai Yusuf, my Lord, the retired judges here present, High Court judges and cadis, our respected senior advocates of Nigeria, SAN here present, Honorable Commissioners, advisors here present, of course the representative for the Speaker, Kano State House of Assembly, who is unavoidably absent, representative of the AIG in charge of Zone 1, heads of security agencies here present, especially the Commissioner of Police, Mohammed Hussein Gume, the Controller of Nigeria Correctional Services, Suleiman Mohammed Ino, Commandant of the Nigerian Civil Defense Corps, Mohammed Lawan Balala, members of the State Judicial Service Commission, the Chief Registrar, Kano State High Court, the Registrar, Sharia Court, and of course their deputies, as well as other directors within the judiciary. Magistrates here present, senior members of here present, representation or representatives of various organizations, staff of the judiciary, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. I must start by expressing my praises and gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who in His infinite mercy spares our lives, witness this memorable annual occasion of the legal year, and of course join the valedictory court station between Kano State High Court and Shari'a Court, and to also mark the commencement of the 2024 legal year. This year's occasion is historically unprecedented. I said unprecedented because it is coming under the first ever female judge, chief judge. This is indeed a testimony to the fact that the judiciary is witnessing remarkable development, especially with regards to gender equality. My lords, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to use this medium to appraise you that when we assumed the leadership of Kano State on May 29, 2023, we met a myriad of problems within the judiciary, ranging from shortage of staff, lack of working materials, and enabling environment, as well as decline in discipline, transparency, and commitment to service by some of the judiciary staff, among other problems. But within a short period of time, I can say alhamdulillah, because we were able to overcome most of these problems through collaborative effort between the executive and the judiciary arms of government. To this end, I must seize this opportunity to commend your lordships, as well as the Chief Judge of the state, in person of Justice jihar. I also want to commend the doggedness of the Grand Kadi, in person of Justice Abba K Yusuf, as well as the entire members of the legal profession, for the overwhelming mutual respect, understanding, and the tireless efforts they are making towards rejuvenating this noble profession, especially in terms of fairness, justice for all and sundry, fiscal accountability, and transparency, as well as staff discipline. This is absolutely commendable. And all these achievements were recorded through the doggedness of this Iron Lady person, I want to assure you that Kano State Government under our leadership will, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, continue to work hand in hand with the judiciary to ensure synergy in the administration of justice, ensuring the welfare of the judiciary staff through training and retraining, payment of statutory benefits, as well as the execution of various developmental projects and policies in the judiciary and the state at large. Your Lordships, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I also understand that today's event is also organized with the twin objective of honoring some of our retired judicial officers, especially judges of the high courts, who served the state diligently and have reached the statutory age of exiting from the service. Therefore, I want to use this occasion, and of course this opportunity, to share with the retired honorable judges of our high courts, as well as members of their family here present or at home, the joy of retiring from the service with grace and honor. Let me seize this opportunity to say that Kano State Government, under my stewardship, is an adherent and believer in the rule of law. I am also a believer in the independence of the judiciary. We will do whatever it takes to ensure that within the shortest possible time, through contact with the National Assembly, that we give our own contribution towards the final independence of the judiciary. Because I'm a believer of the independence and freedom of the judiciary, when I assumed the office, a file was brought to me that the former administration appointed, or rather recommended, the appointment of 9 judges of the High Court to the National Judicial Council. I was confronted with a lot of pressure not to accept that, because they were recommended by the opposition government. And I say, I was brought on board by the good people of the state through process of free and fair election. How could I then be a stumbling block to professionals that have aspired to the highest pinnacle of their profession? I said, I cannot do that. I will not be a party to that. Because I know the pain of squatting somebody's ambition, especially when that person is being loved by the people, including members of the judiciary. To that effect, I resisted the temptation. As I'm talking to you today, I can beat my chest to say that all those 9 aspiring High Court judges were approved by the National Judicial Council as it was presented to me before. This tells you that Abba K Yusuf is for the people. Again, I was also confronted with the issue of their entitlements, especially when it pertains to provision of vehicles. Some bosses came to me and said, no, don't buy new vehicles for them. And I asked why. They said, even the governor is riding on an old vehicle that was used by his predecessor. I said, that is the main reason why I have to buy new vehicles for these new judges. Governor is supposed to be the last beneficiary. And as I stand before you, I'm also happy to see that we have made all the necessary arrangements to provide them with necessary vehicles and other entitlements as is enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the law of the land. Again, as a believer and as a progressive, this building, this magnificent edifice, when I came, and the former CJ said, was initiated by him. He was instrumental to the award of contract, and to a certain extent, the building was completed to a certain level before his exit. When we came, this edifice wasn't even near completion. Alhamdulillah, on assumption of office, the same no-nonsense woman approached the governor to request for the completion and furnishing of this landed home. Alhamdulillah, I felt so excited, I felt so happy when today I saw by myself what was done, including the quality of the furniture I met here. So let me seize this opportunity to most humbly thank the former CG for initiating this and for ensuring that the project reached certain level before its completion. I'm sure to say he has time, he will have completed it. And by the grace of Allah, your friend, your sister came and completed it for the good people of the state and for the benefit benefit of the judiciary. Let me, at this juncture, thank all of you immensely and most sincerely for the illustrious services you rendered to the state and to humanity in general. While I assure you that your contributions will continue to be remembered and appreciated, I want to let you know that Kano State Government under the present dispensation will never forget you as you retire to face the challenges of the future. We will from time to time be making consultations with you through the Chief Judge. We will also be making assistance so that you will enjoy your future by the grace of Allah. I fervently pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to continue to grant you wellness to succeed in your lives after a time. My lords, I'm not oblivious of the numerous challenges of the judiciary, including shortage of judges, shortage of office accommodation, equipment, and other utilities necessary for the speedy dispensation of justice. However, the National Judicial Council, when I have said this before I came to it. In the same vein, and in order to consolidate on this effort, I implore their lordships, the Chief Judge and the Grand Card, to replicate what the National Judicial Council did, which I previously explained to you, by setting the process for appointing competent, credible, and honest officers, this time at the magisterial and Shari'a court levels. This was a view to hasten the process of determination of cases in such courts as the case may be. On our part, the executive arm of government, we pledge to deepen the parameters of collaboration and cooperation with the judiciary so that we can achieve synergy also in the administration of justice, with which to create role-based society. We will equally continue to maintain open window of communication and the engagement with the judiciary so as to improve the court environment to make it convenient for the judicial officers to function. Further to this, we have, since assumption of duty in mid-2023, ensured the prompt release of all appropriate funds, including outstanding overhead costs, furniture and rope allowances to the judiciary. As far as the governor is concerned, he has given approval to all these requests. And if you are not paid, all the accountant general of the state responsible for the state government. We pledge to do more to improve the welfare and well-being of the judicial staff through the laid down rules and regulations. On this score, I wish to acknowledge the receipt of requests also from the judiciary to establish state account allocation committee, as provided by the Kano State Judiciary Fund Management Law 2022. The law, the state law itself, is supported by the provision of the fifth alteration of the 1999 Constitution, which was assented to by the President, attaining the autonomy of both the legislative and the judicial arms of government. In this regard, we have already directed the Attorney General to appraise the request with a view to advising us appropriately. The writing the State House of Assembly is to take care of that. Ours is to ensure that due process, diligent process are followed. Finally, because of time factor, when my lordships were making their speeches, I was wondering, each and every one of them made a very lengthy speech. So I was asking myself, time factor. But I then realized that this is the house where long speech is supposed to be made so that people could understand what is supposed to be done. So, as we ushered into 2024 legal year, I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us good health, long life, and prosperity to witness many of these similar occasions. And before I take my leave, let me most humbly and most respectfully to be just and fair when you are sworn in to office. Do not let your emotions override the interests of the people of Kano State. Bear in mind that somebody recommended you, and somebody who had the opportunity, the right to say no, said yes for you to continue despite the political differences between us and the former administration. If you become biased in the discharge of your responsibilities, bear in mind that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will judge you. bear in mind, one day you go back to him and you will have to answer good or bad. Bear in mind that the governor of Kano State and of course all members of his cabinet are for you. We continue to respect the judiciary. So I am appealing once more. Take your attention seriously. So far, the serving High Court justices have done an excellent, have made an excellent performance. Because as members of the executive arm who work in collaboration with the judiciary, we have been monitoring their performances. And I'm happy to see, alhamdulillah, so far, so good. Thank you and God bless you.